Welcome to this explainer. Okay, so today we are unpacking a seriously fascinating source document. It's titled Project Brief AI Literature Review 2026. And let me tell you, this brief goes way beyond standard AI usage. We're talking about a complete paradigm shift in how we interact with AI and academic data over the next couple of years. If you're listening to this, consider yourself a visionary architect, because we are about to navigate the totally uncharted future of AI together.
Are you just automating tasks, or are you synthesizing knowledge? Really think about that for a second. Right now, yeah, it's pretty easy to use AI to do the heavy lifting on mundane tasks. But here's the thing we have to consider. AI capabilities are currently doubling roughly every 6 months. Every 6 months. The stakes are getting incredibly high. So to actually survive this rapid automation curve, we've got to evolve our workflows toward true, deep knowledge synthesis.
Which brings us to Section 1, the rapid automation curve. Basic task automation, it's just not going to cut it anymore. We have to maintain a strategic edge and stay actively ahead of it.
And this brilliantly illustrates our paradigm shift. We are totally moving away from basic task automation, which is honestly a fragmented reactive approach, and we're moving straight towards strategic intellectual synthesis. The project brief explicitly tells us that we must elevate our workflows to strategically pull together disparate pieces of information to create something entirely new. It's a completely future-proof necessity.
All right, moving into Section 2, Mapping Invisible Research Frontiers. Think of yourself as a cartographer here, exploring a vast territory of current AI literature that is absolutely full of hidden opportunities waiting to be mapped out.
The brief uses this absolutely fantastic phrase, mapping the structural voids in current AI literature. Just let the gravity of that sink in. A void isn't just an empty space, right? It's a massive opportunity. It's that gap in professional knowledge where literally no one has connected the dots yet. The real value in 2026 is going to be actively mapping out these unexplored spaces before they hit the mainstream.
Okay, let's dive into the tools. Sections 3 and 4, Neural Engines and Bridging Gaps. This is the advanced methodology we actually need to spot those invisible frontiers before anyone else does.
So, neural semantic synthesis engines. I know, it sounds like incredibly dense jargon, but at its core, it's just a highly advanced exploration engine. The source notes that these engines are specifically built to read, understand, and connect fragmented pieces of academic data across massive volumes of AI literature. Think of it like they do the heavy lifting of reading the map so we can actually pinpoint those structural voids we talked about.
And to actually use those findings, we rely on high-dimensional vector analysis. So imagine you're looking at a 3D constellation of ideas just floating out there in space. This mathematical method basically draws the glowing lines between those stars. It bridges conceptual gaps by mapping out complex relationships, pinpointing exactly how isolated ideas connect to each other.
When you combine those tools together, you take messy, fragmented academic data, those isolated stars we were just talking about, and transform them into a cohesive strategic roadmap. The brief highlights that by bridging these conceptual gaps, using this advanced neural methodology, we literally stop drowning in data and start walking a crystal clear visionary path forward.
Bringing it all back down to reality, we have Section 5, Your 2026 Strategic Roadmap. This is where we translate these heavy concepts into your own high-level technical workflows. Let's move to and see how this builds, because this translates into a super accessible 3-step blueprint for evolving your playbooks. Step 1, synthesize data. You need to deeply understand the academic literature. Step 2, bridge voids. Look for those structural gaps and start connecting the dots. And finally, Step 3, map the 2026 roadmap. Take those newly connected insights and turn them into a strategic plan for the future. To sum all of this up from the source, embracing this sophisticated approach elevates your high-level technical workflows. It lets you spot market and research opportunities early, long before anyone else. You fundamentally shift from basic automation to strategic intellectual synthesis, which ultimately ensures you stay comfortably ahead of that rapid automation curve, solidifying your spot as a true visionary architect.
Which leads us with one final pretty provocative question to ponder. What invisible research frontier will your workflow conquer next? The structural voids are out there, just waiting for someone to find them. Keep exploring, and thank you so much for joining this explainer.